The White House is criticizing credit rating agency Moody's for downgrading the U.S. sovereign credit rating over concerns for the nation's growing $36 billion debt. Congressional lawmakers are currently working on a massive tax package supported by President Trump that would renew cuts passed in 2017 during the president's first term. For more on the state of the U.S. economy, let's bring in Calamos Investments President and CEO John Kodunis. John, welcome.
Thank you, Mike.
So you run a global investment firm which manages $40+ billion in assets. What do you think of the state of the American economy, and what do you make of that Moody's evaluation as well?
Look, the Moody's evaluation, all these rating agencies, they're lagging indicators. So we were seeing this coming. We saw it in 2011 when the S&P lowered the rating. Again in 2023 when Fitch did. In 2000, look, it's not great for the markets. You're going to see the dollar trading off. You're going to see bond yields going up in an environment where we want at least a 10-year for sure to go down because we have a lot of debt to pay. And you're going to see uncertainty in the in equities, and that's not a great thing either. Having said that, it was a lot worse in 2011 when this happened. The reason being is, 21, is that there was a lot of AAA things during swaps that had ISDAs included in them and contracts that was AAA defined. Now that it's AA, not a lot of the contracts are for the government. It's not going to be as big of a deal. And we feel that even though the markets, the equity markets might be down tomorrow morning, it's one of these things that the economy is so strong and the markets are so resilient, Mike, that we feel that by the end of the day, if we have any other good news, and there's a lot of potential for good news, the market could reverse like it has in the past and be positive for the day.
Critical week on Capitol Hill as the House is working on the big, beautiful bill, the President Trump's legislative agenda. How critical is that in terms of getting tax certainty out there for investors?
Well, the uncertainty in the markets, clearly we've seen the ups and downs, is not a great thing. This is one of the most major parts of, the uncertainty is the taxes. Are we going to get the tax bill, put through? That's very important, and it needs to get done. Some way, some form, it has to pass. I think it will pass. It's not going to be easy, but they will get it done. They need it to get done, and everybody, I think, understands that's one of the main reasons this administration was voted in, to have these tax cuts be permanent.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent's a busy guy these days. I know you had a chance to speak with him recently. What are your key takeaways after speaking with him?
Look, it was pretty positive. I was fortunate to be able to be in a small group and then have a couple minutes one-on-one during the Milken conference about 10 days ago. And it was extremely interesting on his take. It was sort of like the economy and what they're doing is a stool with the 3 legs. The first one were tariffs, and they were working on that as we see. The positive thing is they said out of the top 18 trading partners, they thought they were close on 17 out of the 18, so that was really positive. The next leg of the stool was taxes, and that's what they're working on right now as we speak. We might even have some news later today where Congress is working on it. And the third leg of the stool is deregulations, which is something that takes time. They're always working on it, but we'll accelerate it when the other two are done. He was very positive about that. And then the subsequent days, we saw what happened with China, and the markets rallied after that. So there's a lot of positive things still to happen in this market that I don't think people are really concentrating on.
John Kodunis, President and CEO of Calamos Investments, friend of the program. Thank you so much for your time and your analysis today. Have a great week.
Thank you, Mike.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.